Hello, beautiful souls. I am here today to share a channeling about love, which is not what I thought I would be doing for this recording. But I recently read a book called Soul Over Matter. And in that book, it talks about connecting with the soul of your business. And so one day early last week, I connected with the soul of my business, and I was amazed at the information that came through and the clarity of direction for me. So as I was sitting to offer this video, there's a few experiences I've had that I'm going to share in different videos, and I was asking what wanted to come through first, and this is not what I expected it would be. I recently had a quantum healing hypnosis session with a friend of mine who is training and needed someone to practice on, and I was happy to be the person that she would practice her technique with. And one of the questions I had, and it's a question only because other people ask me, so I have people ask me when I'm channeling, who are you channeling? And I've written a channeled book by the Council of Nine called The Spiritual Seeker's Guide to Happiness, which is over 250 pages, might be 300 pages, I think, of essays, I call them, channeled messages that I receive from the Council of Nine. So I know I have that connection. And personally, I don't ask who I'm connected with as long as I know that I'm feeling love, and I know I'm connecting a very highly evolved source of love, then I'm content. And it was interesting. So I had this question as one of my questions for the hypnosis session: am I channeling the Council of Nine, and what is my connection with them? And the reason I asked that question was sort of to satisfy others. And so the answer to that was I could channel whoever I wanted to, basically. And they said, yes, I've connected with the Council of Nine, and I've been a part of the Council of Nine, and that I can make, make that connection whenever I want. And I know that that cough is resistance to actually saying that I've been part of the Council of Nine. But I know in meditation I've been invited into the council. And they said basically what you can tell people when they ask that question is that you channel love, which really, that worked for me because that's how I always feel anyway. They said you are a pure channel of love. And so I connected with the soul of my business just now to see which video it wanted to present to the world at this time. And it said a channeling of love, which I didn't expect to be channeling today, but I'm going to honor this connection because I asked the soul of my business, and this is the answer that I got, even though my mind is saying it wants to do something else. I shouldn't have asked if I didn't want to listen, so I'm going to listen and connect with the higher beings and bring through a message coming from love. I'm going to start with a little bit of toning. Greetings, beloveds. Greetings from the love and light of the Creator. Greetings from the great central sun as we come to you in great joy and delight. For we see before us beautiful souls of light, sparkles that are dancing across this planet. All of you who are listening to this message, heart connected one to another. Heart connected to this beautiful planet Gaia, and many of you feeling much sadness and despair for the state of the earth at this time, for the state of your society, for all the madness that you see in the world. For some, the sadness is seeing the deforestation, seeing the extinction of species. For others, the sadness is the politics of your world and how that seems to be falling apart, and how countries that used to live in harmony are now fighting one with the other, each trying to outdo, outbid, out-trick the other. And so we see that, beloveds, we see that. And at the same time, we see these beautiful sparks of light, all desiring to come together, to be a gift to the earth, to be a gift to each other, to love and honor one another. And we say to you, beloveds, hold that vision. Do not let yourself fall into the quagmire of all that is falling apart in your world. We would ask you, can you sit as the ground shakes and still hold your center? That is the way of mastery. Just some clearing happening with this question. And beloveds, you are masters. That is why you are here. That is why you came. You came to support this transition of the earth. You came to bring your mastery in support of all life, in support of the evolution of your planet and of your species, and of all species that exist on your planet. And you were chosen because you've done this before. You have the skill, you have the mastery. It is simply a matter of remembering. And it will be difficult for you to remember if you allow yourself to be pulled into the misery of the earth. The more you focus on that, the more attention you give that, the more that creation is going to be the experience of all. You may feel like you're turning your back when you refuse to see the misery and the hardship, and feel like you're shutting down your heart by moving your focus away from that. But in truth, an open heart, serving in love, knowing that everything is love, even this that you witness that looks like so much despair, this is love, allowing things to fall apart. And you can trust that those who are in the midst of that experience know love somewhere within their being. And their souls know that love is never lost. And these souls will not be lost. They will find their way to the divine as they leave this earthly plane. Just as everyone does, they will be supported with generosity and kindness and pure love, just as everyone is. And so, it is all love. But in the human experience, of course, the emotional body of the human can engage and see it in a very different way, and it makes it difficult to see it as love, and some even become angry when they hear these words, because they do not have the understanding, the overview of what is happening on your planet, on your earth. And we tell you this because by focusing your mind, your heart on the goodness that's in the world, or focusing on what you would like to see manifest in this world, believing that you can make change in this world in a positive direction, allows you to balance out that falling apart energy and bring the energy of love and grace into the world, and grow and envision and create a different world, This one is going to share a video of an example where her car got towed away and what her mind did with that. It is an example of how seemingly negative events can happen in your life, but it is the mindset that you put to the event that creates the outcome. And so we are asking you, those of you who are listening to this video, to have your mind in a state of appreciation for the nature around you, appreciation for the relationships in your life, appreciation for the opportunity to be existing at this magnificent time of creation of a new earth, of new humanity. For the first time ever, you are evolving and transcending as you are a physical being upon this earth. It is a grand opportunity to be present at this time, regardless of how things look on the outside. And the more that you rest in the magnificence of this moment, and the beautiful opportunity you have in every moment to create the earth that you would choose to be living on. You do this as individuals with what you focus on in your everyday experience. You do this as individuals by loving your life in every moment, by choosing to ask for that which will bring you fulfillment and joy. Ask for signs from nature for that which you desire or the direction that you feel you are meant to go in. Ask life to show you all the magnificence that is awakening through the cracks as the old cracks open, like an earthquake, allowing light to beam out from the earth as the old falls away. In that light is the new awakening happening at the same time as the old is falling away. So many are waiting for things to go back to the way they were, but you are creating what will be this now moment in the next moment. And so it's not going to go back to the way it was, but what it will be is up to each individual person at this time. And what you are choosing to create in your life is impacting all life. And so think about that. When you're choosing to focus on the sadness and the misery and the shadow, then you're bringing that into tomorrow. And that's why this is expanding, because a lot of people are putting their focus there. And we understand it's very difficult and challenging to pull yourself away because of what you've been socialized to believe, that that is lack of love. But we would say to you, beloveds, this is lovingly moving your focus away from the hardship in the direction that you would like to be going in, and envisioning the new future. And the world needs the visionaries right now. The world needs the visionaries to see the absolute best outcome that can be possible, and to put your focus there, and to see that for your own life, and to drop into the now moment, into your life, into your body, into this physical expression in the now moment, and find the beauty there. Search for it in every moment. What is the beauty in this moment? What is the magnificence in this moment that you can then carry forward into what will be the future? And so, dear ones, we invite you to consider this, to ponder this, to look at where you place your thoughts. Find the way. It has to come through your own work, through your own internal work. When you get lost in the hardship of the world, it's because there are still hardships within you, it is because you have not done the internal work that allows you to rise above that hardship in your own life. Therefore, you cannot move out of it in the world experience. So it comes from doing this work in your own life. Wherever this hardship is, witness it, go into it, allow yourself to see it, and then let it go. And notice when it shows up. Notice when patterns repeat themselves. Notice if you keep attracting the same kind of unhealthy relationships in your life, or the experiences that show up over and over. It's not life giving you a hard time. It's life showing you what's inside that hasn't been healed yet. And there are many, many ways to do this work, to do this healing work. And when you do that, then you rise into this ability to look beyond that and envision the beauty that you are. This is what you're truly envisioning, the beauty that you are in this world. It's been covered up. There's been so much debris, so much pain, such a need to have walls around the heart. And when you do the healing and you allow that to fall away, then you can bring your magnificence into the world. And that is the future that we're asking you to create by being the magnificence of you and seeing the light of you in the world. What would the light of you look like in the world? What would the light of you bring that is beauty and joy and grace and love into the world? That is what we are asking of you, beloveds. That is our invitation this day. And also a reminder to be kind and loving and generous to yourself. No more scolding, judging yourself, putting yourself down, wondering what's wrong with you. Everything is right about you, dear ones. And the more that you can come to love yourselves by being generous and changing those thought patterns, those words that repeat from the past. Just let them dissolve and fall away. Whenever you see them, just dissolve them like ashes in water. And then just pour the water onto the earth, and the ashes will be good for the soil, and it will all just drain away. And then the light of you can shine forth. Your imagination is the key to everything. Anything you do in your imagination is real, beloveds. You can, in your imagination, see these repeating thoughts that no longer serve you fall into a bowl of water like ashes falling into the water. See it dissolve and the water becomes gray. See yourself pouring it into the earth and thank Gaia for taking it. And thank life that even though these ashes are the shadow of you, they're still nurturing and nourishing because everything comes from love. And as you see that go into the soil and nourish the earth and thank Gaia for transforming it, see all those ashes that were within you now become light, pure, sparkling, radiant light within you, replacing all the despair with the innocence of your pure soul that you can then bring into the world. Make sure your world is a safe place for you by loving and honoring yourself and having people in your life experience who can love and honor you in return. There is so much love for you here. Remember to call upon your guides, the ascended masters, whatever beings that resonate with you, that serve the love and light of the Creator. Remember to call upon us to be with you, for we are delighted to support you in every moment. You cannot have too many requests for support. So remember that we are with you, awaiting your beckoning, guiding and supporting, offering gentle nudges in the direction of your soul's choosing for your highest incarnation in this magnificent time of transformation on this blessed planet you call Earth. And so it is, beloveds, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you for hearing these words, and I trust that you will give yourself some time to think about some of the questions they've asked and see the magnificent light within you. So much love to you all. Thank you.